and they are responsible for the rays of light that affect the Earth. So it's 72 prime galaxies that converge through the light matrix that manifests in the 3D as the realm of Earth. We would call this Metatron's cube, right? And from the Metatron's cube, the women becomes the polarizing factor to the Earth. And so the Galactic Council of Light is the ones who established the law from which the light abides by coming from that star system. There are good people and bad people in your star family. Everybody in the Galactic Council don't mean you good. They might mean the motherfucker next to you all the good in the world, and that might be your blood relative, but don't give two shits about you because they only care about your frequency and your ability to assimilate the light rays that comes through your DNA from the mitochondria. Men can't control it, women can. But the women have to learn how to become womb priestesses again. Because every female on earth was a womb priestess, meaning she had full knowledge of the capacities of her womb and the creative forces and how to harness it and use it to create what we called back then Eden. Right? The whole earth was Eden. They chopped down all of the trees. The fruit forest is gone. They call it the Great Plains now. But we got to put that shit back. We have to get the vibrational frequencies restored by restoring the psyche of the women that was disrupted with conjure and murder and bloodshed and blood rites that was used to perform what they call money magic. So this is what those ships are. They everywhere. And they from multiple, all of them now is going to take everything off of the earth that don't belong here. The only thing gonna be here is what's supposed to be here, according to the vibrations and frequency of the earth. Animals are gonna go extinct. The new breeds of animals are gonna pop up out of nowhere because they're in the right frequency vibration for Mother Earth. So who else had a question? I seen somebody else hand up.
You have some questions in the chat, and you have two people's hands raised, T and
When you're ready, Rashida, you can read the ones from the chat.
All right, we'll do that real quick, and then I'll let the other two come on. One of them was about the mermaid, her position, and then the other question, a lot of people are chiming in about sun gazing healthy. Is it healthy?
Everybody not supposed to sun gaze, just like everybody not supposed to be vegan. Everybody got different energy frequencies they have to match with. And if they follow what nature tell them, they'll know by instinct what to do. Your body will reject food that's not in harmony with your body. So a lot of vegans be saying, well, we ain't killing no animals. Bullshit, trees, all that shit is a lie. They hurt and feel pain just like a cow or a chicken. When you chop that head of cabbage, you still feel pain. They've already proven that by scientific observation with electromagnetic equipment. So anything that you consume, pretty much you got to kill it first, including vegetables, including fruit. You got to kill it first. Some people like to eat shit alive, but that's a whole nother story. What's the next one, Rashida?
Do you want to go into mermaid thing, or do you want to take another question?
No, what was it? Read it again.
They want you to explain his or her position.
They won't be here. They don't belong here. They came in as a different species from us and fought a war. When we killed them, Pacific codon on the DNA that allowed them to look like us. But they would be mirror backwards images of us, upside down, because they do everything upside backwards from us. Right? So they born with large memories intact. We born, when they done this, it made them seahorses. Because they males carry the young and they females look like men. They females got the Audi that shoot out larvae. And the larva attaches to the male, which is the that look like a female. They come in every ethnicity on the planet. So this is why they kept us divided, so we could never figure out that they come in every ethnicity on the planet. Figured out that when the women get the earth up to the right frequency, which is starting to see it in the weather patterns now that it's almost there, they won't be able to survive here. And this is why they was trying to keep the women at a low vibrational frequency.
Okay, I just unmuted. Oh, sorry. I just unmuted T the B, or the next person asked the
Hi,
question.
Rashida. This is Thea B. Hi, Rod. Can you hear me well?
Going in and out.
Okay, hold on. How about now?
Yep.
So the question I had,
I think that was Rashida that was going in and out.
oh, okay. But Rod, you can hear me, right? Looks like it froze.
Yeah, let's wait for it to catch
Hello?
up. I'm not sure what's,
Okay.
maybe it was his side.
Yeah, because he's frozen on the screen, I see. Okay, there you are. Can you hear me, Rod? Can I? Okay, I can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah,
Can anyone
you.
hear
I
me?
can.
Yeah, Rod has to unmute himself, I
Oh,
guess, or
okay.
something.
He's gonna go out and come back in. I think that's what he said.
Okay.
Okay. Nope, we can't hear. We can see you, but we can't hear you.
Rod, try to disconnect your audio and then reconnect it.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. Now I can hear.
Okay. Hi, Rod. It's Thea B. Inner Thea. We've spoken in the past. Hope you are well.
You too.
The question that I had was in regards to and how do we know which star system we are from? Is there like a physical characteristic that stands out? Or when you see somebody, you just know, okay, yeah, that's some family. And how can
Well,
we?
Your star family going to be your soul tribe on Earth,
Okay.
right? You're going to naturally be drawn to those kinds of people that got the same light frequency as you. This is what they call tribing up.
Okay.
You're going to automatically know once you resync to the Earth where you're supposed to be at for your gathering.
Okay. Right. So
Yes.
okay, got
Yes.
it. Alrighty, just wanted to confirm. Thank you.
Yep. Who next, Rashida?
B20 or
Hi, how
Hey.
you doing?
Mhm.
So I have a quick question. Lately, I've been seeing grays, Palladians, and kind of like other in the physical form. When they get like one a couple weeks ago, I seen in a gas station, and it was kind of like he was trying to get up close to me. But then I started seeing your post about him, so it kind of like resonated.
Mhm.
And then Ma'at came into play.
Mhm.
So I wanted to know, like, what is the significance? Because I'm doing my work
Yeah,
and all
you
of
see
that.
it through the
So,
veil.
okay.
Okay,
So what
so
if
look,
I
I mean,
encounter?
look at it. It worked like this. Nobody don't know who you is. All of a sudden, somebody can see you in your true form, and you walking up to him and say, "Do this motherfucker really see me?"
Yeah, because it kept trying to brush up
Yeah,
against me
it's
in the
just trying to
store,
find
or
out, right?
because every time I
Look,
go to
he's
another,
trying to find out if you really see him, and if you really you seeing what the fuck you seeing.
it's the same picture that Righteous Decoy posted today, except he was in skin.
I gotta see what.
And I
Mhm.
worked with the
I don't know which
Rothschilds
one it was.
before.
Look, even though some of them is totally evil, wicked, they are in reverence of being in the presence of the ones that can see.
Okay.
Right, so they got to get close to you to see if you really seeing them.
Yeah.
You know, they like looking through the mirror to try to see if the animals in the zoo see you, and then you looking eye to eye.
Because he was as tall as the ceiling in the store, like he almost hit the ceiling. I'm like, what the heck?
You can see them in their true form. You can see through the veil. Everybody can't see through the veil.
He reminded me of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, they. But even some of the most grotesque ones got some of the kindest hearts. But some of the most gorgeous and attractive ones is the most evil shit you ever seen in your life.
So what should one do? Like,
okay, rule of thumb is this.
You're not supposed
Everybody
to
need to know this. Nobody is allowed to enter your personal space without your permission. You can just think it, and people get uncomfortable entering your personal space. Right?
Yeah,
so only you can say how close they can get. Now, sometime in the 3D, we have to verbally say, hey, you're a little too close, player. Back the fuck up. Because by not saying it is the consent.
So is it okay to
you can speak
or
look, it goes to
I'm
what you
confused.
feel. Right? If you feel like you need to get what gay, I need you to back the fuck up. If you feel like you should say, hey, how you doing? Say, hey, how you doing? You already know because you can see. That means that you know which ones need to get the fuck away from you.
Yeah.
And you can tell them with just that much authority, hey, you can get the fuck away from me. They already know. And you don't have to be nice to no motherfucker that need to get the fuck away from you. You can tell them to get the fuck away from you because they don't mean you no earthly good. Or you wouldn't feel that way.
But I be getting pushback when I'm not.
Yeah,
when I do that, I kind of feel like
motherfuckers gonna try you. But when you aware of who you are, they don't want to try you then.
No, not from people. I feel like, because I'm getting out of the veil.
Right.
So it's kind of like
the spiritual rule is the same. Nothing can enter into your domain without your permission. Right?
Okay.
But your silence or your not telling the energy you don't want around to get the fuck on is the consent. It's called a tacit agreement.
That's a key coming up the throat chakra for me. So
you practice telling motherfuckers to bag the fuck up. Get the fuck away from me.
All right.
I don't know who you is, but you need to bag the fuck up. Practice.
Yeah, because sometimes I be not fearful of coming outside because I feel like people are watching me, like.
That's because you can
I know
see,
I need to move
right. So because you can see through the veil, it makes you curious as to who can see you through the veil. Right.
Yeah.
So that naturally gives you a paranoia of, I wonder if they really see me because it used to not be safe. Anybody. That's
and I
what
noticed my neighbor's son is writing stuff on my wall, on the outside of my door. He's writing stuff and it kind of looked like sigils or, and I'm kind of like.
Take some pictures.
And it's only my door. It's only my
Look,
door and my
take some
wall.
pictures and send them to me.
I already did. I'm gonna send it
All
to you in
right.
your DM.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Who
All right,
next
you
is
got a lot of questions in the chat, but some of them are like, I don't know if they were on the last part. They were about the government to shut down,
did you get the
even
last part
driving and
recorded at all?
license. Yeah, all of that's recorded.
Okay.
But yeah, some questions are about the tsunami day,
I
the
don't have any dates.
symbolism.
They can watch the
Okay.
events unfold in real time like me. I'm just posting the receipts as it happened.
Is there proof that Canary Island volcano is being manipulated?
The grid pattern of the earthquakes is enough if you know what you're looking at. Earthquakes don't operate in a straight line because the faults aren't in straight lines.
There is a question, Dr. Phil and Ali Muhammad talked about the phases of the vaccine is 1, voluntary incentives, 2, 3, private sector punishment, 4, criminal fines or jail, and 5, military. Is that still in play?
That's some bullshit. The only thing is in play is, do you got enough self-awareness? Are you 5/5 realizer? Are you 3/5 compromise? Can you stand up and say, I'm not taking that shit? Don't give a fuck what you take the job, shove that motherfucker up your ass. I'm not taking that shot. Once you get to that point, all that other shit is smoke and mirrors. There's been no legislation because there's been no legislator. So they can't offer legislation. Biden doesn't have the authority to issue a real executive order, so therefore they haven't issued an executive order. That's a smoke and mirrors, dog and pony show. Stop following it. The narrative is bullshit and it's false.
And somebody
Period.
was asking about the driver's license. Again, we're still supporting the system by worrying about those types of things.
Yeah, as long as you support the motherfuckers, as long as they're gonna be in power. Fuck their driver's license, fuck their credit cards. You know what I'm saying? Fuck their shit. Let this shit fall. Bag up away from the goddamn table.
And somebody's asking about status corrections.
Yeah, your correct status is if you go fill that paperwork out, you want to be a slave. That's all. Because the system is predicated on slavery. So if you're a national, you're a slave. If you're a citizen, you're a slave. So we can stop being slaves and we can be autonomous, sovereign beings again. Or y'all can keep trying to contract in the name of some nationality bullshit and recontracting and resurrecting the dead contract of a slave system. Take that card and wipe your ass with it. That's my advice. You might as well go get another birth certificate because every time you get one, you get a new account. The system is done. How in the fuck you gonna correct your status with a dead motherfucker? A legal fiction at that. A dead straw man. So we took the illusion out and behind the barn and put 2 in that motherfucker head.
Yeah.
We killed the straw man called the United States Corporation, and you motherfuckers is trying to go to their court system and file some paperwork talking about a status correction. Make that shit make sense.
You can't jump on me.
Some people are asking about tribal cards or even
Cards. What? So a card gonna validate who the fuck you is. How about a Christmas card, an Easter card, a birthday card, a Sweetest Day card, Valentine's Day card? If you're gonna be a sovereign being, the only thing you need paperwork for is to deal with other people with papers. You don't need no driver's license to traverse the land. We've been doing this shit for hundreds of thousands of years. All of a sudden, we got to get legislated and regulated to travel the land. Our shit. All this shit tribal land.
You looking for more?
Okay, one more thing. Can you explain the bunny symbolism on your Instagram post and if it ties into Jordan Peele's Us and the symbolism in that movie?
It's a totem. The bunny is a totem in the it's tied into the chief smoking marijuana and Alice taking a trip through Wonderland. Remember, Alice followed the bunny through Wonderland. The bunny had to already know the route. So to follow the ones who already kicked them out, we followed the bunny, the snow bunny, right? Because they already kicked them out of Europe. They knew what to do to get rid of them. They knew what they were and how to handle them and how to deal with them. So we allowed them to come over as immigrants on ships. We ain't came on those ships. We was already here. We allowed the immigrants to come that already beat them. Why wouldn't you make an alliance with a motherfucker that already beat the same enemy that's attacking you? They say we done, but I can't tell. We figured the shit out. I ain't even the smartest one of us, and I figured it out. This motherfucker's way smarter than me, with way better memories than me, can recite this shit inside and out, but everybody think we crazy. So the ones like me normally shut the fuck up and watch the motherfucking disaster take because don't nobody believe you anyway.
One question about the Queen of Canada. Who is she?
The Queen of Canada. She's an indigenous priestess who was elected by the general body as the president of the country, using a system. And when she got in there, she exercised her sovereign right as the priestess on the land to reclaim the Canadian lands for the people of Canada. And she told you flat out who the enemy was and what they looked like when they came. Scroll her page, she'll show you. HAARP shut down. It's not HAARP. HAARP been shut down for almost 5 years. HAARP done. They was gonna try to use HAARP to fight God. They was gonna fight God. Make that shit make sense. So I think Yellow Star was next with her hand up. You good? Okay, so then the next we had
Two other people in front of me.
I'm trying to see, but they keep popping up, blocking their names. Mikhail Hubbard, he been had his hand up a while. You wanna come in?
Hi,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing
Michaela.
great. Yes, Michaela, I am a she.
I didn't even notice the A
hey,
at the end.
I actually
That's
got the name from my grandmother. She got it from a African doll that used to sit on her work desk.
That's one of my baby's name, Michaela.
You got 10
Oh,
minutes.
But she spelled it different.
love it. Yeah. I had two things. Thank you, Pumpkin. I had two things I wanted to ask about. So,
Okay.
but they both start as like a conversational topic. So yesterday I was out and about with my daughter, and I live in DC, and there are like patches of wood still on the side that I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
So I was walking past this patch of wood. No, I don't. Thank you. And I was walking with my daughter, and I was looking in the woods. I noticed a cat walked in the woods, and it was like multicolored. So while I was watching the cat walk through the wood, I noticed this leaf that was moving unnaturally.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my attention and my eyes have been getting caught by leaves. Like, do you have any insight on what that might mean?
I wish you could have took a little short video or something, but we have insects that look like leaves. Different species of moth and butterfly move oddly for a leaf, and you can be perceptive enough to catch it, but most people will miss it in the camouflage. You also have different types of insects that attach on to the leaf. But my attention was the cat. It's called a calico, a multicolor cat. It's called a calico. And I would want to know, like, in relation to you, which direction was the cat moving? Because it's showing you a mirror flip off a familiar. When all of the animals on Earth is a totem animal for a tribe of people. The energy that the animal emits by its presence is a psychic energy that's given to it by Creator. The ability to be able to read that psychic energy allows me as a shaman to be able to translate what nature is saying through this totem. So I've assimilated most of the totem of the major tribes, which is hundreds, to be able to read their energy and what they're doing. Like when birds sing, I can tell the difference in what it means. But I don't know how to tell you to understand it, but I can translate it for you.
Okay, so I was walking, let's say I was walking north and the cat was on my right-hand side and so was the woods. And it was walking like northeast.
So it was walking in the same direction away from you, off your right hand.
Yes.
Okay. So your daughter was standing in what relation to you at that time?
She was on my right-hand side.
Right. So your daughter is
in front of me though.
Right. So the cat is mirroring your daughter. That's her totem.
Okay. Okay.
It's showing you that as she grows, she's going to be moving away, but she's going to go in the right direction.
That's all I need to know. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. My second thing was there's a lot of talk about nationality change, and I'm starting to feel like that's just for the purpose of traveling.
That's slave catching.
Right. So my thought and what I wanted to share with everyone here is the horse and carriage. Like, you don't need no license to operate a horse and carriage. And the Mormons are still operating on these things. My sister, my soul sister, she saw one. She saw them in act yesterday. She sent me the recording of it this morning, and we have been having conversations about how to obtain a horse and carriage or a cargo pulled horse and carriage type of thing. I've been looking online, and I got this energy that a lot of the sources that I saw in there weren't reliable. So if you have any reliable sources that we can obtain these things, I would love that.
Listen, you don't have to go to a horse and carriage, but if you want to, it won't be a bad idea because it's good for the environment. But far as for a driver's license, you don't need a driver's license to traverse the land in a motor vehicle. The driver's license is for an agent of the corporation to be registered with the corporation as their agent. That's all it's for. It has nothing to do with your rights to travel. Your rights to travel is what you call an inalienable right. You don't need a driver's license to travel. The driver's license is your registration that you will pay the upkeep on the vehicle that the corporation is allowing you to rent. Because even though they give you what they call the title to the car, they hold what you call the true deed. You never own your motor vehicle, you only rent it. That's why they can repossess it at any given time if it's out of order. They establish the order, so they'll come and tow a car away. You know,
Yeah,
park in the
they
wrong
did that
spot.
to me. They did that
Right,
to me last 2 years ago.
right. So that all of these things are the corporation compelling you into what they call adhesion contracts. The adhesion contracts are in violation of the Fair Debt Collection Act that the same corporation said they had to abide by. Because they're not supposed to give you a contract without giving you an informed consent of the contract before you sign it.
Right.
But they give you a false impression that allows you to comply because they look legitimate, because they make real good ID. That's a pretty picture on that card, but it might as well be a birthday card to me, or a Christmas card, or Easter card.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to just use these 2 feet the good Lord gave me, but I I don't want to get caught out at night with these entities, these soul snatchers out and about, because my
I
niece
totally
said
agree
she
with
seen
you.
one through her window. So
Yeah,
I'm
everybody's
just
talking about the police. You want to talk
Right.
about that?
So
yeah,
look,
the
the
police,
police,
and a lot
the-
of them look like us now, all skin folk and kinfolk. And the one who told my vehicle looked like me, and he was
yeah,
a male,
they the
and
worst
it
one.
bothered me spiritually.
Shit, Ice Cube said that shit in 91. They're
Mhm.
slamming down on the street top, black police showing out for the white cop.
White cop, yeah.
Yeah, so you know, look, right now we got to deal with them because we ain't destroyed the system. That's all.
Okay,
When the
all right,
system
it
comes
ain't time
down,
yet.
we reestablish the order according to the laws of Mott. Yep, all
And you
police,
mentioned that.
Fraternal Order of Police, all police are members of that organization. The charter to the
Mhm.
fraternal police was issued by the Crown of England. They don't got nothing to do with us.
Mhm.
They ain't got no business over
Right.
here. They ain't got nothing to do with us.
Now it does.
Yeah, because we are accepting them as the legitimate law on the land. But they operate in lawlessness because the laws that they enforce is not equitable.
But the
Anytime there's
Queen
no balance,
Elizabeth is not the real queen. That's the whole point. I
that
was
bitch
mad.
dead. Look,
And the real one's alive.
that bitch been dead.
Good.
They just trying to keep the people
So
from
the
knowing it.
noise.
That's why Barbados kicked their ass. Well, ain't no sense of us trying to let this dead bitch be the queen. We
We
need a
done killed
president.
all the fraternities. We done killed all the occults. We done killed all the Freemasons. We done killed the Illuminati. We done proved all of that shit. That was our shit.
Yep.
And it's like, so everybody's still fearful of all of this stuff. And we're like, stress it is over. Y'all have to get over the illusion, the perception of they have power. They don't. And we showing fact after fact after fact.
Okay.
So
So I'm here in DC, and I have family who owns land from